When their father was unwilling to pay the $2 for his daughter's tuition, their mother decided that very night to sow flowers to earn money. Her efforts paid off, and her daughters had their first swimming lesson. A month later, her daughter directly broke the world swimming record. She proudly walked into her husband's butcher shop and told him that their daughter had broken the swimming record. Time went back a month. Under the coach's training, the older sister made very obvious progress, while Trudy struggled to even get basic training opportunities. Every day, she was hauling coal and stoking the boiler. The coach tried to persuade Trudy to give up in the face of difficulties, but Trudy said,
"You won't let me in the pool."
The coach looked at the girl in front of her with a determined look in her eyes. From then on, a new rule was added to the boiler room. Every day, the last place finisher would be responsible for stoking the boiler. On the first day, Trudy unsurprisingly came in last, but her face was full of satisfaction. On the second day, she was still last. On the third day, she gradually caught up with the others, until one day, she was no longer last.
Ruth, feed the boiler.
With limited time to practice in the boiler room, Trudy went to the pier to practice over and over again. Soon after, a rare competition proved that Trudy's efforts were not in vain. The coach won an opportunity for the girls to compete with the Australian world champion. Fortunately, Trudy was selected as a participant. As the starting gun sounded, Trudy accidentally made a mistake at the start, causing her to fall behind the other competitors from the beginning. But she didn't lose heart because of this. Trudy, who had physical defects, was already used to chasing after others. At this time, the Australian player Karen Mann was in first place, and her sister Meg was in hot pursuit. When everyone's attention was focused on the first and second place, only their mother was quietly paying attention to Trudy, who was lagging behind. Many participants' physical strength began to decline, and their speed gradually slowed down, but Trudy kept passing other players one after another. Although she was far behind at the beginning, she performed steadily throughout the entire process. It wasn't until the last half lap that everyone noticed Trudy was about to surpass the Australian champion.
The winner is Trudy Ederle.
But the newspaper headline wasn't about her. Instead, it read, "Shocking, women's swimsuits unsightly." The news of her winning could only be tucked away in a small column on the side. But Trudy didn't stop. She began to compete frequently, breaking national records again and again, becoming the most watched athlete in America, and her legend was only just beginning. On this day, the chairman of the Olympic Committee personally came to Trudy's home. He hoped that Trudy could represent the country and go to Paris to participate in the Olympics, but her sister was shut out. Feeling down, her sister went out to drink and was caught red-handed by their father when she returned home. At this moment, their father learned that his older daughter had been in love for a long time, and her boyfriend was a rich young master.
You think a boy named Anderson will marry you?
The sister rebelliously ran away from home. Trudy chased after her. She hoped that her sister could participate in the Olympics with her. But her sister advised her to face reality. In an era when it was extremely difficult for women to stand out, the narrow path could not accommodate too many people, so her sister could only be eliminated.
I'm sorry, Trudy.
Without her sister's company, Trudy could only enter the Olympic team alone.